Okay. So look, here's the thing. Let's look at this real fast. Here's the thing. Niggas come without no fear. I fuck about no face, bitch. I don't only want your nigga. Get this smoke out your face, and that pussy nigga. Yeah, I told that bitch I won't bang. I know this pussy nigga scared. Couldn't do that yet, but me telling me something. Say your nigga. Okay. And you know what? We don't even need no music because I'm kind of pissed off. All right. The American black does not own anything, and they do not run anything. And this is a clear example of why they will never run anything. Let me explain something to you. My people think that they don't have power because of some boogeyman or some white guy or some worldwide Gestapo that's here to stop them. You know what? I'm 50-50 with that because the Gestapo you're talking about is called education. That's your boogeyman. The boogeyman that is destroying black people is education, something they're choosing not to do. They're choosing not to be educated. How do we know? I couldn't give a nigga on the streets 200,000, and I tell him all he's got to do is get the hell out the ghetto. He'd been gone, first of all, off 10 racks. So that's first. But I'm using that as an example. In truth, this guy was offered $231 million. That's a handsome ransom. That'll change your life. Not only was he offered $231 million contract, he's also, even if he doesn't want to claim it, he's also a role model. Why? Because children look up to athletes, not adults. Ain't no grown-ass man or no woman supposed to be idolizing no athlete. Either you made it or you didn't. And if you didn't, then you keep going. You process with your life. You have way more responsibility here than bouncing a ball and all that. See, that's why sports, they give it to you as a child, because that's where you have the excuse to do it. But after a while, if you get to 25 years old and you're not in the majors, then okay, people are like, you need to start heading towards something else. All right. I'm saying that to say this. I'm blaming the music. I'm not putting it, because think about it. There was no black people doing this type shit before rap. This had never happened. No black person was ever offered millions of dollars, and then they would purposely tarnish their image, stage-wise, citywide, statewide, to lose the money. That's not adding up. So I can hear people already, because somebody already said it. Somebody's like, well, it's the Constitution. He has a right to bear arms. Yeah, he does. But check this out. Let's say a white man's showing a gun in a IG live video or Facebook live, whatever. And in the background, he's playing a song talking about kill them niggers, shoot them niggers, hang them niggers, burn them niggers. You're going to automatically call him a racist. He should be torn down because that's racism. Okay. But black people feel that they can be entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Like sports athletes bearing arms, showing guns with music in the back talking about kill that nigga, shoot that nigga, burn that nigga, hang that nigga. And nothing's supposed to happen because of what? Because of slavery, which none of you motherfuckers have went through. Black people, you have to admit that you have gave nothing to the universe but bullshit for the last 15, 20 years. Don't nobody care about those twos and fews little R&B songs from these perverted ass artists that you have, whether they're these pedophile men or these perverted ass women, because those are the only artists you have. Remember, Erykah Badu's supposed to be a queen. This bitch has 5 kids out of wedlock, has never been married once. How is that an image? It's not. Jay-Z, big time hustler, drug dealer, destroyed your communities, haven't done shit for him. How is that success? Young Jeezy, same thing. Big time drug dealer. He bumps it up and leaves y'all for an Asian woman. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with your black music and your black celebrities. And you see, you tell me if you see them helping you. The Brat. And I talked about this in my little short video, but the Brat spent her whole career disrespecting black men, making us out to be braid-wearing, pants-sagging thugs, loud and obnoxious. That's all she did. Just to turn around and become a fag. Excuse me, homosexual, lesbian. So you make the black man look like an idiot. Then you bump it up, turn him into a homosexual. Because remember, you were imitating the black man. So what's the code language in that? Black men should be gay. Then you third striked it and impregnated yourself with a white embryo. How can you tell me that these black celebrities are not boule and they work for the devil and they're sitting here to destroy you? How can you tell me different? How? How? You can't. Now, people like, I should have tagged his name. That's what I should have done. I should have put his fucking name in the video because he's the one that stays fighting this. Taz exclusives will swear up and down that music has nothing to do with the influence of black people, but black people have never been this ignorant, ever. Even in the 70s, when y'all was dealing with food stamps and crumbs, y'all were more family orientated. Why, since y'all got all this money, now you're not? Does money being the root of all evil have anything to do with slavery? Or is it just a statement telling you about greed and what it does? Now look at black people. Rihanna, Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, Dr. Dre, used to be Kanye, Jay-Z, billionaires. All they talk about is more business, more businesses. Haven't talked about cleaning up one ghetto yet. And that's fine. Maybe you can't clean them up. You can get these motherfuckers $231 million contracts. They'll play with guns. Wasn't it told that rap is a young man's sport? I believe so. Isn't it also told that music is the influence of the times? Does wisdom come with age? See, I'm gonna show you these boule tricks right there. I just gave you every answer you need. If wisdom comes with age, and rap is a young man's sport, and rap is the most influential music on earth, who are people learning from? Punk ass kids. Stupid punk ass kids. These kids have no diction at all. What do y'all always brag about? Oh, Tupac was so smart. He was so prolific. He was also so young. For some reason, you guys don't really have those anymore. And even that was set up. But I digress. For some reason, you don't have those anymore. We don't have no influential artists that are taking a stand and really saying something and actually really getting us somewhere. No. We have Kanye West talks about the Jews, disappears, still dating white women, talking about Jews, baby mama white. Like, who's this nigga think he fooling? But that's whatever. It's whatever, guys. It's whatever. Don't believe it. Don't believe it's your music. even though this boy had a $231 million contract. Y'all gonna keep making excuses. Y'all gonna keep blaming it on everything else. You're gonna blame it on up, down, all around. But you're not gonna blame it on the music that you hear no positivity from. And what's that shit called? $1 million worth of game. Gilly just said it. He's like, yeah, if you been rapping so long and you don't go nowhere, you should just give it up. Like if these motherfuckers ain't gimmicks to begin with. I got a question for Gilly. If it's all about real talent, then how did Ice Spice blow up? Because she sounds like she has Down syndrome. She doesn't even sound like a real MC. And then how do we put her in there? And then where does Kendrick Lamar and Rakim fit? Or Eminem for that matter? How does Eminem get in the game, but Ice Spice gets in too? How? That you guys are going to have to answer these questions if it's really about skill and talent and what talent does Ice Spice have? She doesn't. Matter of fact, name me. There's only like 2 female MCs that I can say that can actually rap. And one of them, nobody even knows like that. Tara Wack can rap. She can flow. But she's not blowing up like that. She's not showing enough. That's another question. Why does your music have to promote sexuality for you to be famous? None of these artists of previous times had to do that. We don't have to get out of rap. We don't have to. Queen Latifah didn't show her body. She blew up. Grand Poobah didn't rap gangster, and he blew up. I don't have to go to Motown and doo-wop and be like, well, see, those are different times. No. Gangster's been around. Gangster is referring to a mobster. It's referring to the mafia. That's all the way back in the 1920s, 1910s. What are you talking about? So, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Are you even gangster? Are you even following what a gangster is? A gangster is organized crime. Okay, these guys are not organized. They just do crime, but they're not organized. So it's like, how are you gangster? You're not even really gangster. You're kind of lying. But whatever. I don't want you to be gangster anyway. What would possess a man with 231 million reasons on why to fly straight, to throw himself under the bus for a nigga who is not even worth a transfer on a bus? This friend he's in the car with is not, like, financially, I'm not saying worth as a person. I'm saying financially. It's not worth the piss in a fucking downtown bar stall or stool or whatever the fuck. Urinal, whatever. What would possess a man to throw everything away? Don't say guns. That doesn't make any sense. He wasn't even flexing. You know what would have been flexing? Is if he showed all his bodyguards with guns. Showed how much fucking, like, you don't know who's watching you whenever he's out. You wouldn't know who was watching you. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster. That's power. You know what I'm saying? Power is in control and strength is in numbers. So it's like, why is it just you and your goofy friend and a gun and you think this is powerful? Like, it's not. This is ignorant. Anybody standing up for this dude needs their ass whooped. And you should be expelled from communicating with Negroes, period. They do not need your type of people around them. They have been lied to way too much, and they're too ass backwards, and they need to be forward, and they're never going to get there with this clown monkey shit. And here's another thing. Everybody is kind of over the race card excuse. They're kind of over it. Everybody's. Like, to be honest, the only ones who are still using that shit is the Democratic Party. Everybody else is kind of over it. Even Negroes. Kind of over it. There is no excuse for doing crime in 2023. There's too much food stamps. There's too much welfare. There's too much free money. There is no fucking, we're in the project dilapidated building anymore. No, there isn't. That's a lie. There can't be no dilapidated buildings because they're making new housing for y'all all the time. There's new housing being made for people in low incomes all the time. They just literally let immigrants fucking stay in the hotels, and then they built those apartments for the homeless in Seattle and California. Basically gave like shit 10,000 in food stamps to everybody during the pandemic. So it's like I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. There's two clear reasons why my people are struggling. One is education. You need to get in that class and sit your dumb ass down and shut the fuck up and learn. You need to learn. Because here's another weird thing. It's 2023. Why are you talking like that? Why do you sound like that old joke, that Alabama porch monkey? Why do you sound like that? It's 2023. It's not about slang. Slang is different, but even slang, why are you using that? Why are you trying to hide your words? Who are you hiding from? If the whole point is capital, to take over the business, who are you hiding from? And why aren't you talking business language? Who would try to keep you dilapidated and crippled with a backward way of thinking, making up your own shit that goes nowhere and that most people make money off, but you don't? You don't think they've made Ebonics books? Guess who wrote them and guess who's getting paid for them? White people. Even if you made up the word, oh, this is dope, this is fresh, cap, all you're doing is taking words that already are and putting your own connotation to them, which makes you insane. You're making up shit. You're like a big ass kid. Hence why we're talking about somebody that's worth $231 million and they're showing guns off, acting stupid in a car. They're not at the firing range. They're not showing people how to protect theirs. And they'd be like, oh, why does he have to do that? Because he's a role model, jackass. They did not have to sign you. But he's good. Do you know how many niggas can dunk a ball? I'm going to say it just like the white dude on the college campus. You know how many niggas can do this? We're getting them all the time. What are you talking about? What about truth? Heaven is a playground. You know how many great ball players have been reduced to drug addicts? Boxers, football players. I can keep going. What are you talking about? Frankie Lyman. Hello. Frankie Lyman. I like that. But no. I'm serious. What does that mean? Oh, but he had talent, he had skill. And isn't it usually themselves who, makes them succumb to their own downfall? Isn't it themselves usually? I'm not saying that, I don't believe in, having a gun. I'm not saying it. But I do believe that as civilized beings, especially claiming that black people are so, the original people and we're all this and all that. Okay, but dog, sometimes you gotta put the proof in the pudding. You can't just say that, your people are these great gods and stuff and you act like children. You can't. It doesn't add. It doesn't match. So for my people to claim to be these noble folks that got betrayed and did dirty, whether they're from this land or from another land, whatever the case may be, how in this day and time with all this money? There was a time where a house cost like $2.50. You know what I'm saying? There was people who paid rent for a nickel. Like, that's what I'm saying. Okay, we got all this money now, all this influence. And look what y'all do with it. Look what y'all do with it. These are your athletes, bro. Like, you know how long it took for, Peter Rose? So many different scandals have happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a black thing, but when it comes to imagery, usually people, try to play that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Your ignorant side, you know what I'm saying? You don't, you know, your country cousin, you usually try to keep them, tucked away. Like you don't want, and I'm not saying that country is ghetto, but that's the point of it. You know what I'm saying? Usually hide your ignorance. You know what I'm saying? You usually don't present that, you know. And what I'm saying is I blame the music. I blame the music. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what black people say. I listen to y'all music. I am one of y'all, fool. God damn, it's time for y'all to listen to your own fucking people. Like, not the goofy one who's a yes man and just agreeing with you. No, you need to listen to the people who don't agree with you. And I'm telling you, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of all your talking points are about money, drugs, sex, or killing. You have nothing else to talk about. It's like if you're not talented, that's the thing. It's like these artists nowadays, regardless of who's pumping their head up, you guys aren't talented. You really don't have no talent. Because the talent is to, true talent is to see the problem and have a solution, not create another problem. That's easy. That's easy as hell. What's 5 plus 5? What's 6 plus 6? Well, what's 5 plus 5? What's 8 plus 8? That's easy. Anybody can do that. But answering it and not knowing the answer, that's hard. That's where my people are. Y'all are at the point where you know that y'all have been fucking up to the point that you just gonna keep destroying other generations. You're just gonna keep saying the same lie over and over and over again, seeing no results. It's a lie, and just keep doing it over and over and over again. Oh, it's culture. There ain't no fucking hip hop culture. And how could you disrespect culture like that? How could you disrespect that word alone? Motherfuckers built, cities, towns. I'm talking about villages, like all people, all nations of ancient times. They were a culture. How do you have the audacity to claim you're a culture wearing European clothes, wearing jewelry that you didn't create? You know what I'm saying? Talking in Ebonics, so that means you really don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You have to make up shit. That's how slow you are. That's how much of a child you are. You keep talking about innovating. How are you innovating taking somebody else's stuff? If fresh meant something was brand new and then you're turning it into fresh, like cool stuff. Okay, how did you invent something? You didn't invent anything. If anything, you're doing the same shit you claim the white dude did. You're plagiarizing. You're stealing people's shit. And you're calling it on your own. You're insane. Now look at the guy, $231 million worth, playing with guns on the internet after you've already been G-checked about it and apologized about it. It's not your first rodeo. You've already been told about doing dumb stuff like that, and you do it again. So, in so many words, I'm just saying, yo, it's the music, yo. That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I'm really outside of all the lunacy, because I make my own music, and if you really listen to my music patterns, yeah, you'll find some killer stuff in there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm multi-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? I'm so universal. I'm an Aquarius, so I can touch any form. That's nothing. But the main things is stuff to make you think. Stuff that's gonna make you say to yourself, "That's different. That's not something I hear every day." Wow, I thought of that before, but I've never heard nobody else say it. Like, that's the type of mind I want to give my listener. I've always wanted to do that. That's why my topics are totally different. I don't talk about topics that are going to get everybody just trending on this topic. No, no, no. He's going to be talking about stuff way, way different. Just like there's so much that I want to share about the American Indian stuff, but it's like I gotta wait. There's other stuff I gotta do. I gotta expose this whole Dred Scott case. I gotta expose the fact that they're like, oh, there's no law or whatever that that a black man could have that a white man would respect. But at the same time, you got black slave owners at that time. The time of the Dred Scott case, there's black slave owners that have been owning slaves for like 10 years before this case. So I'm in there in the South. So I'm like, bro, I can't deal with y'all and y'all fake story. And from this fake story is what got y'all killing each other, listening to this stupid ass music. This stuff should have been banned. We should have been banned gangster, drill, all that shit. If you cannot say something positive on this mic, nigga, it's not getting played. And they're like, oh, but it's about the money, the DJs. Goddamn, DJ Envy, how long you been on the fucking radio? You ain't got no money yet? It gets to that point where it's starting to sound stupid. It's like, how many millions does Puffy got to spend? I've seen Diddy with a yacht. I've seen it. I remember the all black one. It was on the MTV Award. I remember this. So it's like, how much money do you want to give these niggas until they do something right? How much? Jay-Z's billionaire. Oh, I just did another deal, dude. Okay, he's been growing dreads. Hello, he used to have fucking low cut. Now he has dreads. All right, so that's a long time around. All right, how long do these niggas need? Oh, it's not about that. Oh, because you're white now, status-wise, right? See, that's why people should stop calling themselves black and white. It's a status. You notice they ended up doing the same thing that these people that supposedly, because Jay-Z will say stuff like that. They used to hang us. Like, you talk that talk, but you white on status because at the end of the day, you don't give a fuck about the people. You became just like them motherfuckers that you claim you was throwing rocks at. You became them. You ain't helping nothing. You ain't building nothing. Your punk ass got a chance in the industry by so many people. Dame Dash, Def Jam, Freeze Records. I mean, I can keep naming Universal. There's so many people that gave you a chance, gave you a shot. You ain't put nobody on. Not even Bleak could get out fucking with you. And you could even ghost rid his shit. Nope. But you ghost right for Dr. Dre. Still Dre Day, nigga, pay day, nigga. I flow a lot, grow a lot. Same thing for Snoop. Snoop could have created an artist. Could have been passed the torch. No. Even though he goes rid for Dr. Dre too. Never catch me slip, because if I slipped, I'm slipping. But if I got my nigga, you know, I'm straight tripping. Because I'm going to continue to... Who do you think that is? That's either Snoop or DOC, but we all know Snoop wrote on that album too. So, I'm just saying. It's the music that's killing y'all, man. It ain't these relationship people, these, you know, Kevin Samuels, Pearly, Rivas, Crimson Cure, the Nikas, Hold Me Cuz, no. That's a buffer. That's just something in your way. No. It's your music. If you think that we were talking about television and Hollywood playing on your mind, if you think that they're not involved in the music industry, even though every fucking movie has a soundtrack and a score, has a soundtrack and a score. You get two forms of fucking wizardry. One for the scene, you know what I'm saying? The hype music, all that weird shit. Okay. Then you get the soundtrack, get the lyrics. See? Best friends to the end. The industry. Y'all gotta change. Y'all gotta change. Y'all gotta want better. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm tired of seeing ratchet black women. I'm tired of it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. You know, you ain't welcome to New York. You know, wet ass pussy. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. As far as I'm concerned, y'all whole reputation is trash. Until y'all, you know, face the music, black people is trash. And you can't get mad at nobody for calling you it, because that's all y'all produce. It's trash. Nobody cares about your twos and fews and soft music. No, bruh. Like, this is garbage, bro. There's never been a time in hip-hop where everything's gangster trash. Shit, I remember when it was only one fucking record label, really. It was just Death Row. It was just Death Row talking that gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Some West Coast motherfuckers. It's like, East Coast still, they had some gangster stuff, and so did the South, but that wasn't the main push. Now it's like even y'all dance music is ratchet. Like I'm tired of hearing music for strippers and drug dealers. I'm tired of hearing like who the fuck are they? They don't even buy albums. They don't even stream. They don't even support this shit. And it's like this is who you're fucking making the music for. Here's another weird thing. Gangsters move in silence. A lot of y'all rappers should be having your ass whooped, honestly. You know what I'm saying? We could take it back to what it was. A lot of y'all should be being waited for in the fucking parking lot and punched in the mouth. Because you shouldn't be talking this shit, period. You're not on the streets, nigga. You on the mic. Oh, I'm really, well, then you a fucking idiot. Because if you got this $1 million opportunity and you going to fuck it off, kicking it out here for twos and fews, even if you was moving birds, nigga, why? For what? You a clown. You think a man serving life can see you outside, like if he could see outside, like with a camera, and he can see you robbing somebody or fucking up, you think he gonna be happy to see you when he see you? And you wonder why a lot of punk people that go to prison for stupid shit get beat, get murdered, get raped, get played, because triple OG, the motherfuckers like, bro, you wasn't even starving out there. You didn't come from no halfway house. You didn't come from no abandoned home. You didn't have to do none of this. You're choosing to be an idiot. Okay, well, we got some idiots in here for you. And you're going to have a good old time. I'm sick of it, yo. This don't make no sense. This dude is a role model, public figure. Even if you have a gun, I'm not knocking the gun, man. I'm saying your purpose of having it. You have to listen to what you're listening to. You have to look at how you're acting. Who acts like this with a gun? Who does this? Like, hold on. Who does this? Who created that? Who created the dancing around with? First of all, who plays with guns? That's first. Second of all, who does that? Who are you impressing? Because it ain't no real dudes. Like, no real dudes is impressed by people holding guns anyway. Especially if you're some multi-millionaire basketball player. I should be impressed by your dunks and your you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I even know you, my G? There's plenty of killers in this place. I don't know all them niggas. But real recognize reals. And when I'm out and about, I know I can smell, detect, you know what I'm saying? I know where it's at. Why are you trying to create that image when, like I said, you make multi-millions of dollars? You got a contract, man. You're set for life. You got to keep it real, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all about keeping it real. Okay, well, that's fake as fuck. That's fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I'm boiling it down to. That's fake as hell. That's not real. That's not real. Ain't nothing real about showing what I'm going to use to put somebody to sleep with. Nobody should even know what I'm using. Only people that should know what's going on is me and the forensic motherfucker. Nobody should know. Y'all ain't really about that shit. Y'all commercial, y'all Hollywood. But here's the problem. You got my little babies out here. They watching this crap. I ain't gonna lie. I grew up around a lot of street stuff. But I still always had aspirations of being a cop as a kid. I liked them. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? The action hero cop, especially action hero cop, like detective, lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? Getting into certain situations. Like, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Stopping the drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? The kid drug pusher, the kidnapper. I never had a problem with that. I know the difference between good and bad. Sorry. I'm not on this, this earth this one time and acting like I'm new to this shit. It's like, nah, motherfucker, I'm seasoned. I've been around a long time. So it's like, well, not, okay, I ain't gonna say it like that. I've been around long enough. So where I'm seasoned, I totally understand what's going on here. And I just want my people to realize that, man. Y'all gonna have to get over what they left for us. And it's these, I'm telling y'all, man, it's so weird. It's the black Democrats and the black celebrities. And motherfuckers be like, well, what we got left? Oh, y'all got plenty. You got plenty. Trust me, you got plenty because you got some of these black celebrities kind of waking up. You know what I'm saying? But y'all push them to the left. It's just like Ice Cube and Donald Trump. It's so ironic that they wanted a conversation because they're just alike. Soon as Cube started talking some real politics, nobody liked it. Soon as Trump ran for president, nobody liked it. But prior to that, they was y'all best friend. They couldn't do no wrong until they went against your little demon rat friends, your little boule Greek fraternity ass friends. Until they went against them, then y'all all start dripping. Because remember, y'all like the steppers and y'all lost in the sauce. So that's cool. That's cool. It is what it is, man. But it's the music, y'all. Y'all just went through Mother's Day, man. How many of y'all made a song for your mama? Come on, tell me. Tell me. Cameron in tears. Got Cameron making a song to his dead mama, God bless his dead, in tears. Showing y'all on camera. I'm crying, you know what I'm saying? It's my mom's, I love it. But here's the thing. When y'all gonna start making more music like that? You ain't gotta make 100 songs to your mom, but when you gonna make one to your dad? When you gonna make one for your kids? A song for your kids that you want them to hear where you're telling them. Ain't that weird? People don't even do that no more. Don't even coach their seeds in their song. They be saying, keep strapped, bitch niggas. Is like, wow, bro. That's how you talk to your seed? For real? Oh, they ain't got to not cuss. What's wrong with cussing? What's wrong with not cussing? What's wrong with differentiating? Why are you yelling in the hospital? Why are you screaming fire in the movie theater? It's like, it's it's common sense, really. But it's like, maybe people aren't being coached and structured in life. Maybe something else is coaching and structuring them. Maybe it's this bad music. I'd say it is. You gotta let it go, man. Like I said, it's cool. Make a couple gangster tunes. I feel you. But that can't be the overall thing. And I'm saying it's seeped into the athletes to where they feel like they have to be like the rappers. And the rappers, it was all right back in the 90s because it was about different stuff. You know what I'm saying? The conversations were a lot different. You know, and they were actual conversations. You could actually comprehend what you were listening to. Now it's a lot of singing. It's a lot of like spell casting. You know what I'm saying? These people are trying to sing to you, talking about their rappers. This is some old Peter Piper type or whatever the Pied Piper type stuff. Like this is real stuff. Like they're leading you to your grave, and it's destroying, opportunities that black people have. You know what I'm saying? These are your chances. You know what I'm saying? These are your chances in life, in this one life, to change the playing field. And it's like we're putting so much energy into fools. We wonder why we are fooled in this society and we're losing. You gotta know when to call it quits. And I'm not blaming hip hop. I'm blaming what you're saying. People need to step up their rhymes. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with being lyrical. No, it has to do with a message. People need to put messages in their music. That's the whole point of it. That is the whole point of music. It's supposed to be a message involved. And just getting the girls and making money, that's not a message. That's like, it's all right to have a bragging or braggadocious song on the album, but your album got to be, it has to be art. These dudes ain't making albums, they're making mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? But they're just basically talking shit and the best drill beat. And things got to change, man. Because the more it seeps in, the more it's going to seep into other things. And then you're going to start seeing, even though that did happen during Corona, a doctor made a rap video, some female, and she had a actual real patient in the video, and that's how she lost her license. It's like, bruh, look, it's the fucking music, guys. Damn, like, I could be here all day. Whatever, I'm good. Peace and love, man. I'm out. Dude's a fucking idiot. I don't care what none of y'all say. Can't save this motherfucker. He's retarded. Go.